When it comes to increasing foot traffic into our store or getting more customers into our store, retailers make a whole wad of mistakes. They make so many different errors in trying to get more customers into their store that it ends up being this relentless circle of going round and round, trying to figure out the right answer on how to get more people into our store and thereby increase our sales. So that is the intro to today's video. Hello, my name is Alvin. I'm the retail business coach that helps retailers improve their business, that helps them grow their business. And so today we're going to do a very, very short video on the 4 ways on how you can increase foot traffic into your store. If you're watching this live, I would really appreciate it if you could just smash that like button and put in the comment section below the word live. If you're watching the replay, I'd also love to know that as well. It helps me figure out when the best time to do these lives are. Just pop the word replay in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel wherever you're watching this, or make sure you follow my page. So when it comes to increasing foot traffic in our store, most retailers make the mistake. Well, so many mistakes, as I mentioned, but the number one mistake that we make as retailers is we don't actually have a plan in place, right? And it's a really, really big mistake. And when I say plan, we don't actually have a plan to get new customers in the store. And the consequence is, we're kind of just wishing that customers will walk into our store. And this is a really big mistake, because without being sort of intentional in the customers that we're trying to attract and the customers that we want to bring into our store because we can solve their problems, without being really intentional, we're just going to be all over the place. And we're going to be in that same position of continuously running and chasing tails in our retail business, and more than likely continue to be distracted in the day-to-day running of our business. And when you don't have a plan, and this is a really big mistake that retailers make, you end up being stretched all over the place because you've got no real tracks for you to follow to run your retail business. So that's one of the main mistake that we make as retailers when it comes to getting new customers through the door. So, and increasing foot traffic. So instead, what I want to implore you to think about as a retailer is to spend some time planning. And when you go through that planning process, just sit down, take 90 minutes and figure out how you can get more people through your door, your business is just going to be so much better. Your sales are going to go up. You're going to have a much clearer perspective and a much clearer mode of thinking on how you're going to get these customers in the door, because you've actually thought about it, you're implementing it, all your team know about it because you strategized about it together, and you're going to have obviously more customers, more sales, much, much more happier customers in your retail business, right? And it's a great way to grow your business. So what I want to run through is just 4 ways that you can increase, get more foot traffic in your store. The first one, which I've alluded to, is to develop a plan, but we need to take it a step further and develop a plan that targets our ideal customer. So hopefully you know who your ideal customers are and who you're chasing. If you don't, it's time to figure that out. But because once you've developed a plan on who that targets your ideal customer, everything sort of falls into place, so to speak, because this is what you're doing to try and get this customer through your door. It makes so much sense. It's so easy, but often forgotten and very often missed by retailers. Number 2, we need to create a strong branding strategy that will make your store stand out. So, these are just the basics of Retailing 101. If you have a window, making sure that your window is dressed and constantly changing, making sure your merchandising is on point, making sure that all your ticketing is on point, and really making sure that you're making it super easy at checkout for your customer to dive into those impulse buys, right? So that's number 2. And by having your store set up this way, you're obviously going to appeal to new customers and more of the right customers that you want to come in. So number 3, you want to make sure that you offer unique and valuable products and services to your ideal clients, and stuff ideally that they can't find anywhere. So this becomes really easy when you know exactly who you're chasing, and you can start to think about the matrix that your customer is in, that your ideal customer or customers are in, and you can start to, curate a selection of products and services within your retail store that are going to help your customers, these ideal customers. So once you start to curate that, that's a great way of attracting new customers and new foot traffic into your store. The fourth one is, back to this retailing 101, is to provide exceptional customer service and excellent customer service, and making sure that your team are all across that, and making sure that you're training your team regularly how to do that, because it's such a great way. I'm sure this has happened to you, where you've walked into a store and perhaps it was your first time and you were just wowed over by this amazing service, and there is no reason why you wouldn't go back if they contain all the products and services that you offer. And the big mistake here is, as retailers, that we actually don't have any system in place to, train our team, to an ongoing sort of continuous education on customer service, if you will. So really, really important. Okay, so there were my 4 ways on how to get more foot traffic into your store. I hope you found those useful. If you're still watching now, fantastic. I'd love you to smash that like button again. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll put a link below if you want to continue this conversation. I would love to have you in our Facebook group for retailers, where we discuss all things retail. I'll pop the link in the comments section below. We'd love to see you over there. We can continue this conversation. So until next time, catch you later.